Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a great day so far. This is your daily reading for Tuesday. Please forgive me for not having one up yesterday. I had every intention of giving you something. I got home late from work, and so I had planned another pick a card video, which I think I'll still do this week. But yeah, I got late, and then I set up this whole station here, and then I was like, I'm gonna do it right after dinner and post that up because it's a timeless reading. And then we had a very cozy and comforting dinner, and within the hour after eating that dinner, we just passed out. So, please forgive me. It was super warm and comforting, and we fell asleep on the couch, basically. So, here I am today for Tuesday's reading. I'm going to start with your overall energy, and I will have that pick a card up sometime later, either today or tomorrow, okay? So let's see. What is your overall energy for this Tuesday, October 23rd, 2018? What is the energy that is going to guide your reading today? You have the power of attraction. So this card speaks to your ability to bring things into your life. Whether those things are positive or negative is up to you, but today is such a powerful day. This is card 13 out of the deck. 13 for many people is an unlucky number, but for many of us in the spiritual community, especially people who practice magic of various sorts, 13 is actually a very lucky number. It's a number that tells you that fortune is on its way. It's a number that tells you that balance is on its way, that you are attracting oneness. You're aligning things in a way that, or the universe is aligning things in a way that when you speak to the universe, it's able to give it to you. So this card does speak to your ability to attract, but it doesn't say whether or not you're attracting positivity or negativity. That is entirely up to you. Your words will decide what you bring into your life. Your actions, too. A lot of people forget that, just saying things, saying that you want to bring something into your life, that is the start of manifestation, but it is not the entirety of it. You have to put in the work. You have to take the steps to show the universe that you really want the thing that you're wanting. And if you're saying negative things and acting in that negative way, or if you're saying positive things and not doing any of the steps to get there, then the universe is going to pay more attention to your actions than it is to your words. Okay, so today you have a chance to attract positivity into your life. You have a chance to attract abundance into your life, depending on how your energy is and how you speak it out and how you act on it. So let's see what your aspirational card is. This is the card that can not only tell us a little bit more about the overall energy card, but it will also help you understand what you need to go after or what you need to focus on in order to achieve your goals, especially if you're able to overcome the challenges of this day or of this week. If you're able to overcome your challenges, then this is the energy you can kind of hope for your most positive outcome. So what is your aspirational card for Tuesday, October 23rd, 2018? You have the Four of Cups. So as much as you might be content in your current life, there's a part of you that is kind of daydreaming, kind of looking off to something that is the ideal. And because this is in your aspirational card, I think this is telling you to look at the things that inspire you, look at what goals you have in your life, and really put in the energy towards those goals. Try not to forget all of the good that you have as your base, the stuff that you can use to help propel you towards those goals, okay? Try to use what you have now, try to use your current existence and your current level of abundance, whatever that is. Use that so that you can move forward. You can go after these things that you're dreaming of. And this, I think, is telling you to continue dreaming of bigger and better things. This card also speaks to finding some sort of balance and stability in your life, in whatever form that takes. So whatever you're trying to attract, make sure you're trying to attract positive. Make sure you're trying to attract good. Don't ignore what you have to work with. Don't focus so much on what you don't have today. Definitely spend your time saying, you know what, I want this. How can I get it? I want this life. What can I do to reach towards that? What do I have right now? Do I have, a job that I can start to save from? Do I have cooking skills and I can start to use that? Do I have any sort of talents that I can use to help me reach these goals? Do I have anything that just excites me or inspires me and I want to pursue? So yeah, just look at what you have as a base to work with. Use that to go towards these goals, and don't worry about how big the goals are. Just take steps. You create a big goal and then you break it down into smaller steps and you're able to achieve it, okay? So let's see what's challenging you on the physical level. This is anything concerning your body, your job, your projects that you're working on, relationships, your physical life, your home life, anything just on the physical, mundane realm. So what is your challenge today? October 23rd, 2018, concerning your physical energy. What is your challenge concerning your physical energy? You have the Ace of Wands. So you might be feeling a lack of ambition, a lack of guidance today. Even though you want to achieve some things, you're not really sure how to achieve these things. You're not even sure that you deserve these things. You might even feel a little bit dull concerning your passions, concerning even the things that you've wanted. If this isn't a serious, disconnect from the things that make you happy, then I definitely suggest looking into therapy or some other kind of help, because sometimes when we suddenly lose interest in things, it could be a sign of depression, and I don't want to... A single reading can't help you out of that. So if you're feeling very empty, you're feeling super disconnected, or like everything that you love is you're no longer capable of loving it, and you're just feeling that kind of disconnect, then I absolutely recommend that you reach out and you get professional assistance so that you can deal with these feelings. Because as I always say, everyone deserves to feel better. Everyone deserves to be able to heal. Everyone deserves to grow. And if you're really feeling that you're not capable of doing that, there could be a deeper issue. It could also just be that you had some goals and they didn't work out. You had some plans, or you really wanted to do something big, but maybe you overspent, or maybe you're pushing yourself so much to the point that you're exhausting yourself. But whatever it is, you're not really feeling that these goals you're going after are worth it. You're not feeling like it's giving you the response that you expected. Even if you just started it like a week ago, or you started it a year ago, you're feeling like all the work you've put in hasn't really panned out in the way that you'd hoped, and it's kind of discouraging for you. So let's see what you can do to overcome this challenge. What can you do to deal with this sort of possible emptiness, this disconnect from the things that you care about, or feeling like the things that you've cared about for so long have not been working out for you or playing out for you? How can you overcome this issue? You have the Hierophant, and you have the Four of Wands. So we have another 4 here. And I do think that this is telling you that you need to find more stability in your life, more order in your life. But with the Hierophant, it is saying that you might just need to learn more about this situation, whatever it is that you're wanting to go after, whatever it is that's inspiring you right now. There's more for you to learn, and you have to learn from people who've been there. You have to learn from people who've already experienced these types of situations. And no one's going to have the exact same experience as you, but there are definitely people who've experienced similar things, similar enough that you can learn from them. Okay, so reach out to anyone who has that experience, who has that knowledge. Absolutely be careful With the Hierophant, it tells you to be careful of whose authority you're believing. Be careful of what information you're taking in, what information you're internalizing. But it's also telling you to not entirely dismiss that information. Don't say, you know, because it's not coming from within me, it's not important, okay? No one knows everything. And I know there are a lot of people out there who feel like learning is just remembering. And maybe that's the case. But at the end of the day, there are so many things that we don't know. There's so many things that we will never have enough time to learn. So take what information you can and appreciate that. Take whatever knowledge is being offered to you and use that to create more balance and stability and structure in your life so that you are more able to move forward. I get that you're feeling a bit stagnated. Like I said, you've been doing all this stuff. You've had these set goals that you've been working on, and it feels like even after months or a year or years, it hasn't been giving you anything in return. But perhaps that's because your understanding of it has been shallow. Maybe you've been working towards something, but you haven't been adding to that knowledge. You haven't been increasing that knowledge. You've just been practicing the same thing over and over. You've been trying the same things or different things in the same way over and over. And this is telling you that you have to increase that knowledge. You have to learn new things. Learn from people who came before you. All right, don't dismiss people's advice just because they're older or because you have a different lifestyle or you've had a different experience. Yes, you've had a different experience, but they may understand how you can come through an experience like yours. And with the Four of Wands, you do need that stability. You do need some of that guidance. If you're trying to find peace for yourself, you can. This is a fertile time for you to learn and increase your knowledge. This is a fertile time for you to expand your understanding of whatever the situation is. And I do think with the wands both here, this might have something to do with your work or a creative project. It has something to do with maybe your career path. It's possible you've just been on the wrong path for a long time and you don't really know how you can break out of that. So like I said, look to your peers, look to people who've been there before, who've experienced it before. Even though the Hierophant shows an old man, it could be anyone. It could be someone older than you. It could be a young person. It could be even kids. Kids have a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge that we tend to lose as we grow older. Kids tend to be a lot more connected to the universe. So absolutely keep your ears open for any advice or guidance and seek it out. Doesn't have to be a completely passive experience. You can seek out that knowledge, seek out that understanding so that you can create that structure and create that positive energy that you need. And absolutely try to create that positive energy as actively as you can, because the more you create it, the more you're going to bring to yourself. So let's see what's challenging you on the mental, emotional, or spiritual level. This can help us know what's going on inside, what could be causing this feeling of stagnation or this feeling of possible, I don't want to say depression, but it is possible, a disconnect from the things that you once loved. So what is possibly causing that? What's going on underneath? What is challenging you on the mental, spiritual, and emotional level for Tuesday, October 23rd, 2018? What is your challenge? And this won't just tell us what's going on underneath this, but it just lets us know where you are right now. Okay, what you're dealing with on these levels. So you have the Emperor. Like I said, you have been working pretty hard, but you don't feel like you're getting anywhere. You feel like you're just kind of stuck in place. You keep moving, you keep doing stuff, but it doesn't seem to be bringing anything into your life. And that's where your headspace is. Okay, you're thinking, it doesn't matter how much work I do, it doesn't matter how hard I work or how much I try to push forward, I just feel like I'm in the same place as I was last year. I feel like I'm in the same place as I was 2 years ago. You don't feel like there's any growth coming into your life. There's a sense of disorder. And again, if this is something that is deep within you that you're dealing with, this sense of disorder, of instability, then I really, really recommend you reaching out and getting help in whatever way you can. I have heard about BetterHelp.com if you can't necessarily afford a face-to-face therapist. I've never tried it myself, so I'm not recommending it actively, but I have heard of it as an option. Whatever you do, try to find some positive help. Try to find someone who can help you figure out how to find stability and order and organization in your life. Again, we have another 4 here. So I am getting that that is something that you absolutely need. Like, you need that stability. You need that order, that structure. And without it, you're not going to make the progress that you want to make. Without taking action and taking active steps to deal with this stagnation, to deal with this disorder, you might end up still here. You might end up stuck here. You have to do the work. But like I said, right now, your challenge is that you don't see a way out. You don't see a way out of this struggle that you're in. You don't see a way out of this disorder. You're trying, and like I said, you're pushing, and you're always like trying to move and trying to make a change, and it hasn't really been working for you. So let's see what you can do maybe to overcome this. How can you overcome this challenge, this feeling like you haven't been able to move along or create any growth or change in your life, this mindset of disorder? So how can you overcome this disordered inner world, this inner experience that you're dealing with? It's like your internal monologue today. It's just like, yeah, you're trying, but it's not getting you anywhere. And like, you're listening to it. You're listening to this thing inside of you that keeps telling you you're not going to be able to make change. It keeps telling you that you're not going to be able to get your crap together and get your life together. So what can you do to overcome it and overcome that voice of negativity that you keep hearing? You're the Emperor. Like, seriously? And you have the 9 of Swords. Okay, so again, order, organization, restructuring your life, finding stability, that is on the menu today. That is so important. You're having trouble with that, but that is what you need to actively work towards. You have to realize that the answer is closer than you think. And right now you're feeling isolated. Right now you're feeling alone, and like I said, you're stuck. You're just stuck in this place. But the 9 of Swords tells you not to despair. It tells you that this situation you're in, it is coming towards its end. It's coming towards a point of fruition. Whatever that's going to be. Whatever it is. And with the Emperor, the message is not only to find that order and find that stability, but to be careful that you're not trying to create order or rules or regulations or anything like that just for the sake of having order, okay? If you're not doing it towards something, if you're not organizing your life towards a goal or towards being better, towards healing, then you might just be restricting yourself. And that's going to make it harder for you, okay? And I think that is what's been happening. Like, I've been saying you need order, and it's possible you've been trying to find order, and you've been doing all these things that other people have told you to do, and they haven't worked. And that's another message of the Hierophant is, you know, listen to the advice, but don't rely on it entirely. Again, like I said earlier, pay attention to what advice you're taking. Don't take every bit of advice. There is some good advice out there for you. There is some good guidance, some good knowledge out there for you. But not all of it is for you. And it feels like with this card that you've been trying other things from outside, but you've basically put yourself into a box. Instead of creating real stability for yourself, you've just created a control. You've controlled, or you've put yourself in a place where you can temporarily feel like you're in control of the situation. But I think it comes with suppressing. I think it comes with pushing things away. So reassess how you're organizing your life. Reassess what rules you're trying to follow for yourself, what goals you're trying to reach, and why, because of these rules that you set, how they're holding you back. And then change these rules to find real stability, to find real balance for yourself. There are healthy ideals and there are unhealthy ideals. And you've been going after ideals that have not actually been for you. You've been reaching out, or you've been trying to create a life that looks good on paper. And that's what you've been trying to organize your life towards. But it doesn't really get into the soul of who you are. And once you're able to find that spiritual balance, to find that truth within yourself, you'll be able to break out of this place, that this box that you've built around yourself. You'll be able to experience more abundance and more knowledge, more understanding of the universe around you. Once you're able to create that balance and that stability spiritually, you'll be more able to move forward. You'll be able to understand the information that's coming to you, the knowledge that's coming to you, and you'll be able to decide what's real, what's really worth listening to, and what's not. You'll be able to create this joyful, abundant balance that you look for, this fertility that you need, or fertile creativity that you need, so that you can achieve these goals that you've been going after. Today's not a day for you to be stuck on the negative. Today's not a day for you to focus on losses. Today's not a day for you to focus on how futile things seem. Today's a day for you to focus on finding balance, for you to focus on healing through this situation and coming out of this. And again, seek help if you need it. And if you're not at that point where you need it, meditate anyway. Take time to talk, write it out. Write out your feelings, write out your experiences, write out the struggles you're going through, why you're not able to move forward, why you're feeling so stagnated, and then write out what you want. Write out these dreams, these ideals, these goals that are going to propel you forward, that are going to help you create a life that's in alignment with your soul, in alignment with who you are. Okay, we have so many things telling you that you have to find this order. You have to find that balance. And you can speak that into existence. You can write it into existence. Today is not the day for you to remain deep in your dark places. It's not the day for you to focus on failures. It is not the day for you to focus on losses. It is not the day for you to berate yourself for not having that change or that growth that you wanted or expected. It's the day for you to reassess and reorganize so that you can continue moving towards goals that actually are for you. So let's see what your energy is to end this day. How are you going to close out this Tuesday? What is your energy for the end of Tuesday, October 23rd, 2018? And of course, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of the support. It really, really means a lot. I do hope that these readings are helping people. I do hope that they're giving you what you need. But of course, this is just a general daily reading, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. And it is also not a substitute for real professional help if you need it, okay? So how are you going to close out this Tuesday? You have the Five of Pentacles. And the Two of Swords. So I do think that at the end of this day, you do have a lot to think about, and you might be intimidated about dealing with this problem. You might be worried about, what could happen if you step out of this negative spiral, if you try to go after something bigger, something like abundance, financial abundance, emotional abundance, career-wise abundance. What's going to happen if you switch gears, and instead of focusing on these careers that aren't working for you, or focusing on why you haven't been able to make progress, if you focus on what you do want, and you focus on these dreams, and you focus on these huge ideals and these huge goals that are a little bit scary to you. You're worried about what you're going to do, but with the Two of Swords, that's a choice you have to make. You have to look dead on at this issue, whatever it is that has been running through your mind during this reading, whatever it is that you've been working so hard towards, and you feel like you're either disconnected from, or your work, your efforts have been for nothing, or even if you're basically in a place of stability on paper, it looks good on paper, you don't feel like you're making any progress or having any growth in your life, you have to face that and make the decisions to change it. You have to make the decision to want better, to go after better. And yes, at the end of this day, you might be afraid to do that, but you also might be ready to make that choice, or at least you're getting ready. It is time, like I said, to open your eyes to the reality of your life and speak into existence what you want to bring into your life. And don't worry about what you're afraid of. But right now, like I said, at the end of the day, I am getting there's a lot of fear for you. There's a lot of intimidation. It's hard to want to pull ourselves out of something that we've never experienced, or to pull ourselves towards something we've never experienced. It's hard for us to say, I want to achieve this big thing, and I'm going to do the steps to do it, and accept that failure is a possibility. It's so much easier to say, if failure is a possibility, I'm not going to do it. But that's not going to help you move. That's going to keep you here. That's going to keep you stuck in a room, going after goals that don't speak to you, and freaking out when there's a little bit of failure. We have to be okay with failure. I'm going to pull one more card just to see what your energy is. If you are able to make the decision, if you are able to overcome this intimidation, this fear, what is your energy in between this fear and being able to seek out these goals? If you're able to find that emotional stability, if you're able to find that physical and career stability, and to reach out to people who know more than you, and to release yourself from this box that you've created in your life, what can you do? Or what is your energy if you're able to do all of that? You're the King of Swords. The King of Swords is someone who knows what he wants. He knows what he needs to go after, and he is very, very thoughtful, very logical about his situation. Okay, he's very connected to his spiritual side. He's very connected to his mind, his thoughts. So I think if you're able to overcome this intimidation and you're able to make the right decision, you'll be able to focus more on how to get where you need to be. You'll be able to spend more time building that spiritual stability that you need. But you have to let go of this fear of change. You have to open your eyes and really look at where your life is right now. Figure out why you haven't been able to move forward, why you're feeling so stagnated, so stuck, and create that structure and that stability that these cards are telling you need, that you do need, that your spirit needs, that your home life needs. Okay? You have to find a way to create stability. Ask people who have experienced similar situations. Ask people who have already gotten to the point where you'd like to be in your life someday. Let them guide you. and listen to what's going on inside of you to know whether or not their guidance is going to help you find that stability that you need. And try your best to focus on your why. Focus on what's guiding you. Focus on what's inspiring you. Focus on what's helping you to move forward. Because the more energy you put into that, the more energy is going to be returned to you in that same vein. You can attract that. You have to let yourself believe that you can. All right, that's your reading for Tuesday, October 23rd, 2018. Thank you so very much for being here. Thank you again for all of the patience for the missing days. October and November are like the busiest months of the year, and December. It's holiday season, so things are a little bit hectic, but I appreciate all of the support out there, and I appreciate all of the patience and the kindness. It's a wonderful, wonderful experience. So thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for being here and supporting. I will see you tomorrow. Remember always, always that I love you. Bye.